boy, we finally did it, guys. We've reached 6,000 subscribers on this channel. And it took about a year and a half to get here. And the jump from 4,000 to 5,000 took about a year, so I guess going by that logic, the 7,000 subscriber vlog will happen in 2 years. This isn't good. But anyway, welcome to all the new subscribers, and for those of you who don't know, and everyone else who've probably forgotten by now, every time I reach 1,000 subscribers, I like to do a vlog and give updates about stuff that's going on and what I'm planning for the future, and we also follow it up with a Q&A video. Yes, it's the one time I descend from the sky off of my golden throne to converse with you, the mortals. How blessed you are. Start feeling blessed. But yeah, feel free to leave any questions for me in the comment section and I'll do a video. I actually usually try to follow it up after about a week or so, but I'm not really sure. And I'll explain why in a little bit. But I will get to a Q&A video eventually. May take a little bit longer than usual, but I don't know how it's going to turn out. However, I will ask a few things first. And that is, check the comment section before asking a question to see if somebody has already asked it. And if they did, then maybe give their comment a thumbs up so I can see it. I'm also limiting everyone to one question per person. If you ask more than one question, I will take the first one and just move on. And that's because in previous videos, I've had people ask like up to 6 questions in a single comment, and I have to limit myself. And speaking of limiting myself, because we theoretically have a lot more people watching now, I don't know if I'll get to every question. I will do my best to try and read all the comments and get to every question. I did notice, however, when I do the Q&A videos that over the years, or over the time that I've been doing it, they get longer and longer. And of course it's because we have more subscribers. I'm not really sure if people are interested in watching a 45-minute video where I'm just answering questions, but I will do my best to get to as many as possible. If I, for whatever reason, leave someone out, then help me get to 7,000 subscribers. Then you can ask again. And speaking of subscribers, and as motivation to help me get more subscribers a lot quicker than I've been getting them, I've decided that I'm going to do something special for my 10,000 subscriber video. I am going to do something that a lot of people have been requesting, and I'm going to do a video about the DVD collection, and possibly the VHS collection, because there's quite a few of those as well. So once I reach 10,000 subscribers, I will do a video going through, the whole collection I have here, even the stuff you can't see that's all the way up top. In some videos I think you can see it, but typically in a video when I'm just sitting here, you usually can't. I also have a lot more DVDs sitting right here. There's like 2 or 3 stacks worth because I kind of ran out of room on this shelf. And I also have tons of VHS tapes that I've been collecting over the years. I find them cheap at thrift stores and stuff, so we'll probably do a separate video on that. But 10,000 subscribers, we will look at my cartoon collection. So before I get into all the stuff I wanted to talk about, I need to do some social media plugs. First of all, Patreon. I have a Patreon, in case you guys didn't know. Links to everything that I'm about to talk about should be in the description. If not, I'll put them there. But I believe all of this is going to be down there. So if you like what I do and want to support it, I do have a Patreon. If you want to get some exclusive Patreon stuff, I do have some Patreon exclusive videos up there right now. I had a bunch before. I did some Cartoon Clip Show commentary videos. Recently, I found a lot of old videos that I produced even before I started doing Cartoon Clip Show. Yeah, a lot of these well, actually, I don't think a lot of them. I think at least 2 of them actually predate Cartoon Clip Show, if you could believe that. Believe it or not, I actually started out doing game reviews, and this was not on YouTube at all. I did these on Blip, and I kept moving them to different platforms. But as the different platforms imploded, they didn't really have any home, and they don't really fit with this channel. So I decided to put them up there. So if you'd like to check those out, I think there's like 7 of them. So if you want to see some old game reviews that I used to do, the series I used to do was called WTF Games, because at the time, that was like the rise of the angry video game nerd, and everybody was doing like bad content and being angry about it. So I decided to do something a little bit different, and I did weird games, like just completely strange, crazy games. I did produce quite a few of them. Unfortunately, I think 2 of them got lost, and that's fine. They weren't very good anyway. But if you'd like to see some of my earlier work, $1 donation to Patreon. All those videos are there. There's a bunch of other videos as well. And I'm gonna try and put more stuff up there. I do comic reviews on the Patreon. I also will be doing a Cartoon Clip Show episode 100 commentary when I get around to finishing that, and I'll talk more about that in a minute. I did actually get a lot of really generous people donate to the Patreon recently, and that's mostly because of my the vlog that I did for the emergency Patreon help. And a lot of people donated $1, and it added up a lot. And you know, I will talk more about that in a minute. Also, if you're very generous, you get to request a Cartoon Clip Show review. That's right. I have a high amount up there, and if you become that patron, you get to pick a Cartoon Clip Show episode. There are rules that I listed under that donation tier, but within those limitations, you can request anything you want. I actually already have 2 people that have reached that tier, and one of them has told me what they want, and that will be the second Cartoon Clip Show starting in 2019. And I gotta get a hold of the other person, find out what they want, so I can prepare for that. But yeah, if you are feeling very generous, you get to request a Cartoon Clip Show review. And like I said, within the limitations that are on the tier. Now, of course, Patreon's not for everybody, so if you don't like the Patreon thing, you can give me a one-time donation through PayPal, link in the description, as usual. And you can just, you know, send me a couple bucks if you want, of course. And the other thing is, I also have an eBay store. I do this mainly for the Toy Channel, and I've been selling off some things, a lot of stuff I want on Taribo, a lot of like extra things from when I open up blind bags and blind boxes and stuff. Link to that is in the description. I'm going to be posting like other stuff on there too, as I'm kind of in the process of getting rid of things, unfortunately, and right now is a really good time to do that. I'm going to be selling amiibos. I have a very large collection of amiibos, and I'm looking to get rid of like 90% of them. I'm only keeping like the ones I really, really like. So check those out. Those should be up by the time that this video goes up. If not, they will be there soon. So I think you can follow someone on eBay too. So if you have an eBay account, just click the link and hit follow or favorite or whatever it is for eBay. And they should appear there soon. I'm going to do my best to get those listed as soon as possible, because I kind of need the money right now. So if you're a collector and you're looking to buy some amiibos, I may have ones you're looking for. And I got a bunch of other cool things there too. I have like Dragon Ball Z statues, and you know, like I said, I have like blind bag and blind box things. I try to keep my prices fair, but eBay does have a lot of fees, and I have to compensate for that. Plus I have to pay for shipping. So yeah, again, my prices should be fair. If you are an international buyer too, just contact me first so I can figure out how much shipping will be. Because I have my stuff listed as will not ship international, but I will if, you know, I get a request from someone. I'll figure out what the shipping is. I live in the U.S., so shipping to other countries is going to be a little bit difficult. Even shipping to Canada is kind of a pain. But I will do my best to accommodate you if you live in another country. All of that will go to support me, but as usual, you don't have to do any of it. All you got to do is keep watching. Maybe go back and watch some old videos every now and then, and you know, stay subscribed and all that. So that being said, other social media stuff. I now have an Instagram. So if you have an Instagram account, feel free to give me a follow. I mostly post pictures of my dog Harley, and people really, really like him on Instagram. And I post like other weird videos, like when I'm out at the store and I see something strange, I post them there. So if you have an Instagram account, feel free to give me a follow. I also have a Discord. I started this a while ago because I used to do live streams when live stream was still around, and now it's gone. But people who were in my live stream requested that I have a Discord. It is there. Again, link is below if you want to check that out. I have separate sections for all of my channels, so if you like to discuss certain things, you know, there are some people in there. I pop in every now and then. And with that being said, the other thing I need to talk about is I have 2 other YouTube channels. I have Rob's Toy Bin, which is where I talk about toys and where a lot of the eBay stuff came from. Not all of it, but most of it. And I have a gaming channel as well, where I post Let's Plays. It's Rob the Casual Gamer. Links to both are below. Those channels are in desperate need of some subscribers and views. Like, almost as much as this channel. Although this channel is doing okay because at least we're monetized. But I would like to get at least one of those channels monetized, and that will help me out a lot. So if you want to see like my toy collection, and you want to see, you know, other stuff that I have previously purchased, and I've done videos about them, and I've done all different kinds of other videos. I do comic reviews. Recently, I started getting into claw machine videos because I know those are pretty popular on YouTube, and I want to do more of those because they're pretty easy to put together and they're not that expensive. Usually, you know, claw machines are 50 cents to $1 roughly, and I did a couple of those, so if you want to check those out. And for the gameplay channel, I was really hoping... I think the gameplay channel is in worse shape than any of them. I recently did a playthrough of Deltarune, the sequel to Undertale, and I was kind of hoping that would bring some attention to that channel, but no, it did not at all. In fact, I think I lost subscribers. I don't know. I didn't think I was that bad. I'm also in the middle of playthroughs of the game Transformers Devastation and Hollow Knight, and I'm going to be going back to Transformers Devastation real soon, so check out the gameplay channel if you want to see those. Check out the toy channel if you like toys and action figures and stuff. I got a lot of big stuff coming to the toy channel too, so stay tuned. Alright, so now that that's out of the way, let's talk about some other stuff. So, a couple weeks ago, I put up a video asking for emergency Patreon help. Not really expecting to get much out of it, but a lot of people actually did donate. Long story short, my insurance just went up, and I'm working to see if I can get that fixed. I don't really know why it went up, but I am working on that, and I am also unemployed right now. I'm looking for a job, and the job market has not been kind to me lately. I may have to, unfortunately, settle for a job I don't want, which is exactly what the job I previously left was, although I didn't really leave. They ended up closing, and that was that. But that's not real. That's kind of irrelevant right now. But yeah, I actually got a lot of Patreon donations. A lot of people just donated $1, but there were a lot of people who did that. And I actually got somebody who donated enough to request a cartoon clip show. So yeah, I don't know what to say. I did not expect that. Typically when I ask for help online, help never arrives. So I'm just kind of stunned that people actually did it. So so just first of all, thank you to everybody who donated. The sad part is the amount on Patreon right now is nowhere near what I need, but it will certainly, at the very least, buy me some time. So to everyone who donated and to anyone who may donate as a result of this video, all I'll say is I'm going to do my best to make sure your money is well spent, and I'll just continue to keep trying to put out as quality content as I can with the limitations I have, and I'll certainly do my best to you know, pay you back in video content. Next thing is Cartoon Clip Show episode 100. It is taking a long time to produce because, well, for one thing, Thundercats is a very long show to get through. And yes, I did watch the whole thing. When a show is very, very long, and I do it for Cartoon Clip Show, I watch the whole thing. Yeah, I'm that insane. I will do that. I did that with Real Ghostbusters. I did that with Clone Wars and any other really long show I watched, or reviewed rather. Cops, Jason the Wheeled Warriors was another one. So, yeah, in fact, I think Thundercats is the second longest show I have ever reviewed. I think the real Ghostbusters beats it out by a couple episodes. But yeah, it's been a bit tedious. I am writing the script right now. The script is almost done. I'm hoping to maybe finish it off tonight. Tonight as I'm filming, not tonight as I'm going to be uploading this. I don't really have much left to write. I pretty much just have the ending part to write. So I'm hoping to have that script maybe finalized this week, and after that I'm going to film it as soon as I possibly can, because a lot of time has been spent on this. Probably more time than should have been spent on it, but a lot of stuff came up, and I tend to get distracted by a lot of things, and that's why there hasn't really been much. There really hasn't been much on this channel since you know, for the past couple of weeks or so. The Halloween review I did, I filmed that a while ago, and I posted it on Halloween. So that's why things have been a bit slow. I pretty much canceled almost every video project that I was working on for this channel. I was going to do Rob Watches on a bunch of things. I know DC put out some new animated movies, and I wanted to take a look at those. I was going to review the new Star Wars cartoon. I definitely want to check that out, considering what I've been hearing about it. But I had to put that on hold. I might return to that at some point. The new She-Ra cartoon is coming out real soon, actually. In fact, may come out maybe the day this goes up. I'm not really sure. But I may do a video on that. I really wasn't going to, but they kind of moved it up. I was hoping to, you know, finalize a lot of stuff with Cartoon Clip Show before that came out. But I am genuinely interested in seeing how that turns out, so I might do a Rob Watches on that. And, of course, one of the exceptions I made was if I reach 6,000 subscribers, I'll do a vlog, which, you know, here we are. So, other than that, I've kind of been pushing aside everything else, on this channel anyway. Creating content for the other channels is a lot simpler than this channel. So, I'll still do, like, Let's Plays and some toy videos and stuff. So, I wanted to focus my entire time, or as much time as I possibly can, on getting Cartoon Clip Show 100 out, and it's because, well, with the holidays are coming up, and I have, you know, family on Thanksgiving, and I will actually be out of town at the end of the month, just for a couple of days, so I wanted to make sure I at least had things filmed. Also, I really want to do a Christmas review, a Cartoon Clip Show Christmas review, because it's something that I've really been wanting to review for a while now for Christmas. And I'm really hoping Cartoon Clip Show 100 doesn't eat into that. But if that's what it takes, then that's what it takes. I'll save it for next year. I ended up not doing the thing I wanted to review for Halloween this year because of this. And a lot of other things happened. And you know how it is. A lot of times life gets in the way and you can't produce content like you want. So I'm just going to keep trucking and get that 100th episode out, and whether or not I have time for a Christmas review, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Also, regarding content for this channel, I try to put out like a video a week at the very least, and lately it just hasn't really been working out like that. So I don't know if I can adhere to a regular schedule anymore. Typically, when it comes to content creation, I've been told to stay consistent. You know, release a video on the same day all the time, around the same time and all that. And that really hasn't been working too well. So what I might do is just, I might just try and take it a little bit more easy with this channel. Like, I've been producing Rob Watches for a while. People seem to like them. Cartoon Clip Show, however, gets a lot more views. So I want a little bit more time to focus on those reviews, and maybe for Rob Watches, maybe I won't be reviewing every single thing that comes out. I don't do that anyway, but a lot of times, and I've had that problem earlier this year. Like, I didn't really have a lot to say about certain shows. Like when I reviewed Apple and Onion and Craig of the Creek, I'm like, I really don't have much to say about this. So I think from now on, Rob Watches is only going to be for something that I really, really have a lot to say about. Also because I produce a lot of short videos for this channel, like, you know, there's a lot of those reviews were like 3 minutes long, and that's not really good enough for YouTube. I know not Cartoon Clip Show, Rob Watches is supposed to be just first impressions and first, you know, my first thoughts about something, and that does change over time, but I would really like to reserve it for stuff that I really have some stuff to say about it. Maybe dedicate at least enough time to a at least or close to a 10-minute long episode, because those do a little bit better on YouTube. So for Rob Watches, I'm going to be playing it by ear, and for other content, like I started doing, you know, the Halloween review was an anime review, and I wanted to start doing anime reviews, and hopefully maybe that'll bring in some much needed attention to this channel. So I'm going to try and do some of that maybe in the future. I have a couple of shows that I've been watching, and I want to give my thoughts on them. So maybe do some of that. I also have stuff lined up for Web Series Spotlight, and I haven't done a top 5 in a while. I got to do top 5, maybe 1 or 2 top 5s. So that's the kind of stuff I've been thinking about. I really do think Rob Watches does take up a good amount of time on this channel. So maybe go a little bit slower with those, and maybe, you know, produce a better variety of content. Maybe that'll help out. It'll also give me some time to focus on other things. So a couple of weeks ago, I put out a video saying that I would like to make an animated series, and I still stand by that. I really want to do that. Unfortunately, a lot of the financial stuff has kind of put a damper on a lot of, you know, more ambitious projects I'd like to work on, and not just financially, but, you know, taking up time I can dedicate to it, and also, you know, dedicating time to this channel. So I think maybe less content will help me, you know, focus a little bit on that as well. I do have a pilot script that I'm working on, and I've gotten pretty far in it, and I would like to maybe finish it up. And I also want to work on my drawings, because I do try to draw in my spare time, and I want to improve my drawings. Right now, in my opinion, nothing that I've drawn so far is worthy of putting online. I would like to get to the point where maybe I can start posting stuff online and getting people's thoughts on them, and, you know, seeing what other people think of my ideas and stuff. And I need a lot more time to focus on that. So I want to make sure I have a little bit of spare time in my personal life to do, you know, stuff like that. I am thinking too that maybe at this point in time, an animated pilot might not be feasible. So I was considering maybe converting that pilot into maybe a comic or something. I may want to take a page out of Chad Tronic's book, where, for those of you who don't know, Chad Tronic actually started up a production company, and they put out a comic, and it was really good. And he hired an artist to help him out, and they printed it, and they sold it on Amazon. They actually they broke Amazon with how fast that they they sold out their comic. They actually got in trouble because they thought Amazon thought something suspicious was going on, but they had it all sorted out. But yeah, their comic was really good. I did a review of that on the Toy Channel if you want to check that out. And I feel like maybe that will be a more realistic avenue for me. Again, the problem is I don't have the money to pay an artist to draw. And in fact, we still have to. There's still a few like incidental characters that I don't even have concept art for, so I have to figure that out. So I'm kind of putting a pin in the in that idea for now. I do think putting out a comic would be really cool, and maybe it will draw some attention to my story. So I'm hoping to do that at some point. I need things to stabilize first. If anyone out there is an artist and would like to work with me on this, feel free to hit me up. Like I said in my vlog before, I'm not ready to pull the trigger on this yet, but I would like to see if anyone out there is, you know, someone I can count on to do some artwork or something like that. But right now I'm just kind of testing the waters and trying to see like how I can go about getting this done. So just a thought for a potential future project. Speaking of artists, I was kind of hoping to maybe spruce up the channels a little bit, like maybe hire an artist to draw some, maybe do some better headers and better thumbnails and stuff like that. But again, I don't have the money to pay anybody, so again, that's an idea. I'm just putting a pin in for now. Hopefully things stabilize. So I think that's about it. That should be everything that's relevant right now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And I guess we'll just do the Q&A now. So go ahead and post your questions. Like I said, it might not be a week for the Q&A video to come out. If it does come out in a week, then great. I was able to dedicate some time to it. Again, probably I can't guarantee I'll get to every question, but I'll certainly try. But the Q&A video will come out at some point. Hopefully it won't take too long, but I will try to see if I can get it out next week. If not, then we'll just have to be patient. So again, thank you very much for watching, and your continued support allows me to continue to do this, and it's very, very important that I get that support, because I do like doing this, and I really hate to be ripped away from it. But again, thank you very much for watching. Thanks for the support, and post your question.